NDCL, one last video from me. And no, it's not a Wellness Wednesday video. But what I want you to do after this timer runs out is take the next 20 minutes, and yes, I said 20 minutes, to watch the important message that these important people have to tell you. When I asked them if they would make this video for you guys, they did it without hesitation. And the messages they cover are anything from college life, to faith, to the legacy that you guys have left, and the impact that you've made on all of us. As I've always told you, it's a choice. So please, choose to embrace what they have to say, pay attention to what they're going to tell you, and take the time to actually watch and enjoy the video. Guys, I'm going to miss you. You guys have been great. You know how I feel about you. Do great things. Continue to be who you guys are. And continue to grow. Take it easy, guys.
Class of 2020, what a wild ride it has been. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you've brought to this family. And I wish you the best of luck on your new journey with a few lessons, life lessons.
College is going to be a lot more than just getting a degree. It's going to be about figuring out what interests you. So whether that's the classes that you take, take a class that maybe you thought, I would never want to do this, and just see if you're interested. Whether that's joining some clubs or some sports on campus, just go ahead and branch out and use this time to really explore and see what's right for you. That might mean changing your major throughout the time, and that's okay. You're really looking for what's going to make you happiest and what could you see yourself devoting your time to for the next part of your life.
Participate in as many school functions as you can. Go to school events, participate in intramurals, support their performing arts. This is going to be a great way for you to meet new amazing people, and networking is always a good thing.
Yes, academics are important, but don't forget about the importance of investing in relationships with the people around you. You're going to need those people to laugh with, to cry with, to study with, and you're going to be that person for them as well.
All of those connections and all of those resources that I had built over the 4 years in high school were still there for me. So remember, Lions, when you're off finding your new path for the next 4 to 5 years, know that we're all still here for you. Anything you need, all of those people that have loved and cared for you the past 4 years still do. So come back and see us.
So I encourage you to just take it one day at a time. You're going to have rough days, you're going to feel overwhelmed, you'll make it through those days, and then you'll look back and reflect on it and just realize that with God and the community surrounding you, you can make it through anything.
You don't have to have it all figured out. College is going to be all about taking advantage of those opportunities that you have to meet new people, learn new things you wouldn't have before, travel, help out in new ways, and that's really what is most important. So don't be afraid. Step outside of your comfort zone.
You're going to have the most responsibility that you've probably ever had in your life up until this point. You're young adults now. There's a lot of decisions ahead of you. You get to decide what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat, if it's time to write that paper you've been putting off, or if it's time to spend time with your friends. So just make good, responsible choices and do what's best
for you. Know yourself. Take courses that you're interested in, and take them at times that work best for you. Are you a morning person? Are you a night owl?
Have the courage to follow your dreams. Seize all the opportunities that come to you. Keep the hunger of learning. Learn and take responsibility of all your actions. Be grateful of God. Give and enjoy your life. Felicidades.
I wish I had known that while high school was great, what lies ahead is far greater.
I wish I would have known that the most memorable learning experiences in college were the ones that took me outside my comfort zone.
I wish I had known about all of the amazing opportunities that were going to be available to me and how those would transform me into the person that I am today.
It's all on you. Your successes, your failures, it's all you. It's not your professors, it's not your friends, it's not your parents, but it's all you now. And
you're going to make mistakes. It happens to all of us. But remember, when you fail, it's not over unless you quit. Failure hurts, but failure is necessary for success. Failure is part of life, but mistakes are our greatest opportunities for learning. No toddler ever learned to walk without falling down a lot. No baseball player ever hit a home run before striking out a lot. No invention ever worked successfully on its first attempt. Failures are when you learn the most. If you're going to fail, and you will, make sure to have good failures, ones from which you learn. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, keep pushing forward. Learn from your mistakes, because failures are just stepping stones to success.
And you're moving on to the next phase of your life, college. Be ready for change. And I'm not just talking about the change in environment, I'm talking about a change in you. When I reflect back on my life, I'm not the person I was in my 20s, or in college, or in high school. I've become the person I am because of the choices I've made. And not big, huge choices that I made, not like what college should I go to or should I get married, but those choices I made on a day-to-day basis. Those daily choices compound and they contribute to the person that you're going to become. So be reflective, be thoughtful on those day-to-day decisions and choices that you have to make, and know that the person you are today is going to be slightly different than the person you will become when you graduate college. So blessings on this journey and the choices you will make.
Those opportunities are going to be out there to transform you and in process transform the world. Get out there, seize them.
And take as many science classes as you can.
And pizza. Pizza got me through a lot of college and a lot of late night studying, so.
Don't miss class.
Just approach everything with great confidence. You're ready and you've got this, so don't doubt yourself or what comes during your college experience, because your confidence is like your compass. It's going to guide you through everything. And with that guide and that confidence, try not to sweat the things that you feel are getting you off track.
Also, don't forget to call your parents every once in a while, because they're really going to miss you.
On that note, I wish all of you the best, and I hope to see you around soon. Adios.
Good luck, and I wish you the best.
Congratulations.
I love you, seniors.
True friends will always support you and make your life better. And thank you for making my life better for the past 4 years.
So I remember your guys' first day freshman year. I was in the freshman hallway and I was in room 125. That was my old room.
You were arriving as wide-eyed, naive 14-year-olds.
And I remember when you guys came in, you were the loudest, most rowdy bunch of kids that I have seen in my time in NDCL. I'm thinking, oh boy, I'm gonna get these kids in 4 years.
Well, 4 years later, you're leaving as more mature, focused, and caring 18-year-olds.
Over the years, you met challenges head on, whether those challenges were expected or unexpected. You stepped up and you became captain of a sports team, or officer of a club, or the section leader in band, and you became a role model for the underclassmen.
You learned quickly and worked hard, and that includes the end of the day classes when I'm sure you were tired. You were also kind to each other and made sure everyone was included, especially students from grade levels other than yours that were in our classes.
I got to watch you beautiful people grow into loving yourselves, loving your community, and loving God in your life. It was such a wonderful experience to be able to watch you expand your understanding of God and then bring it back to campus.
The thing I will remember the most about you is that you listened, you learned, you tried things, and you became a really good leader, both in your classroom, on your team, around the school. It really gives me joy to see that.
And I've watched people who were quiet become leaders, and people who were super not quiet learn how to channel that in such positive ways. And I know that you're going to go on to do great things, and I'm going to be there rooting for you.
High school is a great time, so when you leave, take away those memories of sporting events, plays, sitting in the cafeteria, and totally enjoying every single day with your friends.
The green room in our theater program has been enormous fun and some struggle. I will remember the talent, your beauty, the acting, the singing, the dancing. These are all memories that I treasure. So many memories.
You had a lot of fun things happen at your time at NDCL. We had the solar eclipse picnic, and we won the blue ribbon. How fun was that? You had some days off with that. We had a lot of fun together as a community.
How encouraging and empathetic you were just really speaks to your hearts and how special of a class you all are.
I'm glad to see the growth that you guys have made over the 4 years. You are excellent students. You are really good to have in class.
I've seen you evolve into excellent students, athletes, and leaders. But most importantly, I've seen gifted students transform into caring young men and women who have taken the Christian values of this school and made them a major part of who they are today.
Because you took advantage of what NDCL had to offer you, and the world needs more leaders like you.
I dare you to be you, to be kind, to be loving, to be funny, to be bold and courageous. I can't wait to hear from you in 10 years. Senora, this is my life, and I know it will be amazing. I hope for your future to be fulfilled with many blessings. Congratulations.
We can't wait to see what you do in the future. We're hoping you do great things and you remember some of the things that you learned at NDCL and you can take them into the future with you. So best of luck.
So go out there, make us proud. You have the grit, the drive, the motivation, the passion, and I can't wait to see the things that you're going to do.
I'm confident in our future, and I know that I can trust in you.
I hope you will take all of your experiences from NDCL and continue to lead and change the world. Best of luck.
Stay true to these values because in the long run, they are what define you. Congratulations and best of luck.
With that in mind again, I want to say thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of your life. And I hope you have a great career in whatever you do. You are leaders, and you have shown that through all these years.
So thank you for that amazing experience. It reminds me why I love what I do so much.
Thanks, seniors. Congratulations on your graduation.
I think of you as my little lion cub, but I also recognize that you're all grown up, but you will always be one of the lions that I root for. Take care.
It has been such a blessing to be part of your faith journey for the last 4 years.
I miss you so much, and I am so proud of you. You know, every time we say the alma mater, we say the faith and friendship that we share will always make us one. I know you're going to keep the friendships you made here at NDCL, but don't forget the faith side too.
As you move on to the next stage of your life, I want to encourage you to hold on to your faith and to continue to grow in your relationship with God.
Keep God in the very depths of your soul. Know that He is there. You just need to connect.
So my biggest advice for you guys as you head off to college and into the real world is to keep God at the center of your life. So whether you know it or not, He'll always be there for you through all the inevitable ups and downs that are bound to come, all the highs and lows, the good times and not so good times.
Find God in everything, right? Find God in every aspect of life. If you do that, life is going to be a lot more enriching.
So I would like to encourage you to lean on that, because the experiences that you've had at NDCL are real, they're valid, they're fulfilling. And while this wasn't the quarter that you wanted, you can still use this experience in college.
And in moving forward, I want to suggest that you always keep a place for God in your heart. And 2 easy ways to do this is, in the morning when I wake up, the first things out of my mouth are, "Good morning, God. Thank you for another day to live and to serve you, and help me be a reflection of your love and your light to all I meet today."
After you get that diploma, pray when things are great. Pray when things aren't so great, and ask us to pray with you. God is so good, and God will take very good care of you into the future.
That God is always with you, and that you are loved.
Really take care of your whole self, okay? And that means everything from your intellectual self to your physical self to your spiritual self, right? Again, if God's in all these different things, in order to connect with Him, you need to take care of your whole self. You need to take care of yourself as a person.
Find God in all times, in all places. He loves to shower you with graces. Take your roommate to Mass. Pray on the way to each class. Your faith is a seed that can grow. If you nurture it, then you will know what I shared with you in this last year. In the dark times, God is still near to guide and protect, to love and reflect the true joy that makes life so dear.
I also encourage you to give yourself visual reminders of your faith for when you need motivation or inspiration. For me, this was a prayer to the Holy Spirit that I kept hanging by my desk throughout college. Whenever I was stressed or tired or lonely or overwhelmed, having it there reminded me to pray and to rely on God. The Lord is always there to comfort and sustain us.
Stay close, stay prayerful, stay hopeful. Thank you for your gift of being such a great soul to each of us.
For you. You're the reason why I do what I do, and I love you so much. Thank you for your joy and your laughter.
I pray for you. I love you. Thank you.
You know the way, NDCL. You've been in this game for 4 years, and I'm excited to see where you end up in the next 4 years.
And remember that once you're a lion, you're always a lion.
Here at NDCL, we often talk about this idea of a lion's legacy, that our graduates are going to go out and transform the world. I know you guys, the class of 2020, are going to do just that.
So this senior class has always led by example. They've never followed the path that's set before them, from the other senior classes. Ever since they stepped foot on campus, 4 years ago, they've always had this swagger to them.
The diversity of your talents is enormous and can be felt in so many aspects throughout the NDCL community.
Because you've done it each and every day through your actions here at NDCL, in the hallways, in the classroom, and on the athletic field.
Being a leader and inspiration in your classes, stepping it up, being patient and forgiving.
You've served as role models not just to your peers, but to all the NDCL faculty and staff who are beyond proud of each and every one of you. You've showed that even though we cannot come together in person, the NDCL community has a bond that is unbreakable.
Each one of you has had a lasting impact on this community. Yes, you've received various accolades like winning awards, big games, and even challenging competitions. But the real legacy that you leave behind is rooted in the relationships that you have formed.
And the relationships you've built at NDCL will live on long after you graduate.
And this year you taught me a lot. I've come to understand what it means to be a lion. The legacy that you're leaving behind is that of excellence, creativity, resourcefulness, and caring.
Think about the interactions that you've had with your teachers and coaches, the food service staff in the cafeteria, and even with each other. You may not always remember the exact conversation, but when you think of that person, you can associate them with a feeling.
When I think of the legacy that you all leave behind, what immediately comes to mind is your communicative, caring, and respectful nature.
I have seen your ability to see a need and fill a need this year in things like the yearbook staff. I've seen you guys be announcement anchors and CPE leaders. You're involved in student ministry with things like Kairos and Labre. You participate in SAB. You hold big roles in theatrical experiences. You lead on the sports field, you lead in the classroom. You are people who show up, always show up. The rest of your life is ahead of you, and you get to decide who you show up as.
This is what makes you such a special group. You care for each other, your teachers, and our school community. You represent the best of what we are, and I couldn't be more proud to say that you're all part of the Lion family.
Please know that your legacy will live on here at NDCL. You've set extremely high standards of academic excellence, community, and faith for our current students to follow, and they will pass on these values to future NDCL students.
What you've done is used your intelligence and skills and talents to lift up those around you. You have impacted your classmates and your teammates and your bandmates more than you even realize by reaching out to them and lifting them up with all that you have to offer. So thank you for leaving behind a legacy that will not be forgotten.
What is your verse? How has it been? And what will it be? Are they the same? Are they different? Do they change with time? Are you cognizant of how you've changed the world? And yes, you have. No matter how small, you've changed the world.
As you begin the next chapter in your lives, I cannot even begin to imagine how you will continue to transform the world.
I'm gonna miss you.
It has been an honor to teach you, coach you, and make memories with you. And you are always in my prayers. Go continue your legacy. Go be Lions. Go be great.
Thank you for being you. Being a leader and inspiration in your classes.
Miss you guys, and thanks for all the memories.
Here at NDCL, we cannot thank the class of 2020 enough for sharing your God-given talents and gifts with us each and every day. And we are forever grateful to you guys and the legacy that you have left here for the NDCL community in such a positive way.
Now go make your mark on the world, just like you have here at NDCL. And please know that you will be missed, you will always have a home here, and I will personally cherish all of the memories that you have given me.
So wherever you find yourself next fall, consider the legacy you left with NDCL, and consider these words of Lincoln. Whatever you are, whatever you strive to be a good one.
So, what is your verse?
I cannot wait to see what you guys go to do, and I salute you and wish you so much luck.
NDCL grads of 2020. 4 years ago, you entered this NDCL community.
This past year has been crazy and weird, and the past 4 years have probably felt like they've flown by, or maybe not so much, but you did it. You got through those 4 years, and now you have something, a foundation for college, whether it's through relationships or community or excellence or whatever type of thing that you think of when you think of NDCL.
As you go on to bigger things, don't forget the community you came from, the one that helped shape you. Take everything you've learned on to the next step. Be open to new possibilities to grow and change.
Do not give up the things you're passionate about just because you're going off to college in a few months. So if you're a photographer, keep taking pictures. If you want to play piano, go to the music building and find a practice room. If you want to play basketball, join a team. If you're passionate about service, then find somewhere to volunteer. These are the things that will help define you as a person, and you're going to need them more in college and beyond than ever before.
Remember all of the lessons and values you have learned along the way, and hold on to them as you begin this next chapter of your life.
Just because you are graduating from NDCL doesn't mean that you stop being a member of our community. Once you graduate, you will realize the strength of this community of Lions. It goes beyond the physical walls of our building.
It's the reason why all these alumni still have their old clothes. It's the reason why some of us still have our Letterman jackets. Remember that feeling you get of all the pride that you have in the work that you've done, the accomplishments you have.
If you can ask yourself, am I making my community one that I would want to be a part of, looking in from the outside? And you can honestly answer yes, that's something to be proud of. It's one of the great things about NDCL, and it's why, as a recent alum, I came back even after I got away from it. And I hope it's something that you keep in your mind as you move forward and become a part of new communities while you're in college.
You might not remember specific classroom lessons, but you will remember the community of teachers and friends, the excellence expected of you, and the respect for each person you met along the way.
Hey, you're a remarkable group, and you're about to join an even bigger group of NDCL alumni who are doctors, lawyers, educators, and even admissions directors.
It really is true that the faith and friendship that we share will always make us one. I know I've lived that personally. Even at my wedding last October, I had 4 groomsmen that were guys that I met at NDCL. So I hope that you all can stay close to each other and that you can continue to be the light for others and to live out the NDCL name with a lot of pride.
As a proud graduate of NDCL myself, I've realized that the sense of community developed here stems from a drive to achieve something bigger and to recognize something bigger within each and every person we meet. So as you leave our virtual campus, every time you hold the door open from someone, recognize that simple act of service is a mark of Lion territory. You've each shown me what our core values mean in the simple acts you perform each day.
Every morning as a senior, most of you, when you signed into school in the morning at the counter, we'd get to say good morning to each other. And you'd put a little skip in my step and a sparkle in my heart. I sure enjoyed those greetings that you brought to my office with your smile.
Seniors, as you continue this journey of your life, remember the core values that you have learned at NDCL and use them to help transform, just like so many alum have done before you. Never ever forget the life lessons that you've learned from your teachers and coaches, and never ever forget the friendships and the memories that you've made in your 4 years here at NDCL. Go Lions forever.
Harness that, keep that. Congratulations.
Thank you for being an inspiring, fun, and truly memorable part of my return to NDCL. And take that Lion pride wherever you go.
God bless each and every one of you. We can't wait to see you back on campus when you visit.
Even though we can't say goodbye to each other in the traditional means of a physical graduation ceremony this year, I want all of you to come back in the fall when you pick up your yearbooks so we can see each other again, just like old friends. You guys have been a blessing to our lives here at NDCL. So love and hugs until we meet again.
Go out and soak up every opportunity you have, but always remember your roots. NDCL will always be a place you can call home. Trust me, I would know.
A little note too, as I'm filming this on May 8th, 2020, it's snowing outside, as you can see outside the window. What a crazy year 2020 has been. Enjoy. See you again.